couple years ago, I was very ignorant to the fact that I thought when someone is trans, you okay, buddy? Ooh, hairball. You okay, bub? Ooh. So something that I think is like really important for us to be discussing, especially in the LGBTQ community, is the difference between sexual orientation and sexual preference. I always thought that if you were a man turning into a woman or a woman turning into a man and you identified as trans, the reason you'd be turning into that, the reason you'd be doing that is so you could be more comfortable with being with a man or a woman. So I always thought when you were a trans individual and you were turning into the opposite sex, or you felt like you identified as a woman or a man and you weren't in the correct body, that it had to do with your sexual preference, which is a big misconception. The most popular one right now is that fucking terrible Caitlyn Jenner. Hater! When someone goes on Ellen and lets everyone know that she doesn't believe in gay marriage, it's like, bitch, you would not be able to be on Ellen if it wasn't for the LGBTQ community, baby. You wouldn't be famous if it wasn't for us, so fuck off, Caitlyn Jenner. But anyways, she identifies as a woman now, and she is dating, I believe, a trans woman so they both have vaginas. So I guess she'd be gay. I don't know if because she's so fucked up, I don't know if she like identifies as that, but it doesn't mean the same thing. So like a man can turn into a woman and still want to be with women, or a woman can turn into a man and still want to be with like a gay man. So I think it's very like ignorant for us to think that, the opposition of that. I was a gay child of the 90s, 80s, sorry, I was born in the 80s, but I think of the 90s because I was in high school and stuff like that. I graduated in 2000. It's dating me a little bit. No one's dating me, actually. So, I trailed off. What the fuck was I talking about? Can I get a line, please? What was I talking about? Oh, that's right, there's no one here. I'm just doing this by myself. What the fuck was I gonna say? Trans. Anyways, this is the point. The point for me is, if you don't understand trans people, it doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it. Just like if you don't understand why men are gay, you don't need to understand it. You just need to accept it and fucking leave those people alone. It does not affect you. You are not affected in any way by someone identifying as trans. So move along, okay? Please subscribe on YouTube. I'm gonna put a little thingy right there. It's the Gay Force on YouTube. On Facebook, it is From Top to Bottom, all one word with the number 2 in there. And yes, if you like this, great. If you don't, change the channel. Put your shopping carts away.